Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll look at how we can connect remotely to this Debian machine from a Linux machine, which is going to be Ubuntu Linux machine, and also from a Windows PC machine using SSH keys. Now on this Debian machine, we just need to make sure that SSH is enabled and running. We can use systemctl status SSH. And in my case it's active, running, and enabled. Now the next thing is to create and then transfer the public keys to this machine from this Linux machine. Now once we create the keys, we'll have a public and a private key. We'll just need to transfer the public key to the remote device. Now the keys by default will be placed in the .ssh directory. So if I do ls-l.ssh, this is where the keys will be placed. Right now there's no keys. Let's see the command to create the keys. So the command to generate the keys is ssh-keygen. It's going to generate a public and private key pair, and this is the default key type, and it's going to place it by default in this directory right here. You can specify a different one, but this one, the default, should work just fine. So I'm just going to press enter to accept that directory, and now it's asking for a passphrase for the key. So it's recommended to create a passphrase. You can just press enter and not enter one, but I'll use a passphrase here just to protect the key. Let's repeat that. So the key has been generated. Let me repeat this command here. So this is the private key, this is the public key that we'll need to transfer to the remote machine, which is going to be this Debian machine. So if I do ls-l.ssh, right now there is no file called authorized keys. That's where the keys are going to be placed once we transfer them. Let's create another key pair, and this time we'll specify the key type. So we'll repeat the command ssh-keygen, and this time we'll say type. We want to create so we'll create ECDSA key type, so ECDSA, then the bit size is gonna be 384. Press enter. Same thing, I'll go with the default directory here, and then I'll create a passphrase. Actually, I'm not gonna create a passphrase here, just to show the differences when you log in. So I'm gonna not create one. And let's look in here. Now we have the two key pairs right here. Now we'll transfer the keys to this Debian machine, and the command to transfer the keys is ssh copy id, and then we'll need the IP address for this Debian machine. IP address. So the IP address is 172.16.1.100. Then the username is eno. So let's go ahead and use that IP here. So now to transfer the key, let's go ahead and use the command ssh copy id, and then the user eno at 172.16.1.100. Yes. Put the password for the user eno. So the keys have been added. We'll go back to the Debian machine, and let's repeat this command here. Now you have authorized keys file. I can check the contents of it. Car ssh authorized keys, and there are the two keys, this one and this one. Clear. Now back here, let's try and log in. It's saying that we can try to log in using that command. So ssh at 172.16.1.100. 100. And since I used the passphrase for the default key, it's asking for that passphrase, and I'm able to log in. W. Okay, I can do W here to see who's logged in, and that's me. Exit. Clear. Let's look at the other way that we can log in, and this time we can specify the key type we want to use. Again, we have two key types here. SSH. So let's try and specify that we want to use this key. The same command, but this time we'll add an option here, -i, and then the key we'll use is going to be the ID CDSA. And since I didn't use a passphrase when I created this key, you see it didn't ask for the passphrase. I just logged in without having to enter any passphrase or password. Clear. And if I come here, we can check the logs. We can use journal ctl-u for service, SSH service. This one I might have to use sudo here. Sudo. Let's go to the very end. And as you can see, it accepted this public key. This is the key type from this user. So that's how you log in. That's how you log in from a Linux machine to another Linux machine using the key. Now when it comes to a Windows PC, we can create the keys the same way, and they should be placed in the same directory name right here. So this is the folder where they're going to be created. Right now if I do the you see there's no keys in here. I'll go ahead and use the same command. So SSH keygen. So same thing, it's going to create a public private key pair. This is the default key type. This is the directory. This is the folder where it's going to place the key. So just here, just press enter. You can create a passphrase. So in this case, let me just not create one. And here, and let me repeat this command here. So we have the key. Now from a Windows PC, you have the option of transferring the keys using SCP. So you'll need the IP address from this machine, which I think was 172.16.1.100. So that's the key right here. That's going to be your public key, and you can use SCP to transfer the key. The command will be SCP, then the file name. So in this case, it will be this file, ed25519.pub. And then the user email, the IP for the Debian machine, 172.16.1.100. So once you have this public key transferred, you'll need to go ahead and attach it to the authorized keys file on the Debian machine, and then you'll be able to use it. So to log in, it's going to be the same process, the same command as the one I used when I did the login from Ubuntu Linux to Debian. So that's all for this video. That's how you can log into a Debian machine using SSH keys. So I hope this information has been helpful. I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.